friends, Wilde here with Wild Child Horsemanship, and welcome back to our channel.
Heart is spotless, neither is you. Once in my life, I'm gonna see it through. You want spotless, I'll always lose. Don't want love, I won't be true.
Welcome to the very first episode in the Ask Wilde series. So in this series, I am basically just going to be answering your guys' questions on equine behavior, horse training, talk about specific problems that you might be having with your horse, and stuff like that. So if you guys have any equine related questions, whether that's about training, a horse that you have, stuff like that, please don't hesitate to reach out via Facebook, Instagram, email, whatever is more convenient for you guys. So today we have an entry from Damned If I Do, love the username. So here we go. I have a young filly that I'm trying to teach groundwork. I started teaching her to lunge on a lunge line, but she is only willing to go one direction. When I ask her to go the other direction, she will either flat out refuse to move, or she will try to run through the lunge whip and continue going the wrong direction. When I finally do get her going the other direction, she will immediately bolt, and she's ripped the lunge line out of my hands numerous times. She will eventually calm down and relax going the other direction, but how can I ease whatever anxiety she has about switching directions? She's usually very soft to pressure, she backs up, bends her head, and leads around great. The first thing I want you to ask yourself is, could there be some sort of physical issue that is causing this behavior? Oftentimes when a horse struggles to go calmly in one direction versus the other, this could be a sign that there is some sort of an imbalance within the horse. Maybe they have something out of place, maybe something is in pain, we really don't know. And so I highly recommend that before you continue to try and work on the training aspect of things, that you get a vet out, a chiropractor, or even a massage therapist to try and assess the situation and make sure that there is no pain or something that could be contributing. In just a moment here, we are going to go out to the arena and work with a horse on the lunge line so that I can show you a few things. But before we do, I highly recommend you go and check out my Positive Reinforcements Basics series. In this series, I go over a lot of things such as targeting, bridge signals, reinforcers, all kinds of fun stuff, and I'm going to actually be using some of those concepts, specifically targeting, in today's video. So definitely go and check that out. Let's head over there.
This here is Miss Rebel. She is a Mustang off of the Havasupai Indian Reservation in northern Arizona, and I have been working with her for a little over 3 years now. She came to me struggling with severe aggression, and now she is under saddle, and she has become quite the sweet girl. We're going to begin by discussing the mechanics of lunging. So horses have what's called a drive line. Imagine there's a line from the withers to the shoulder. Behind that line is the gas pedal, and in front of that line is the brake pedal. In other words, if you want your horse to speed up or go faster, you want to apply pressure behind. If you want them to slow down, you want to apply pressure in front of them. When you're setting your horse to lunge off in that circle around you, you're going to point with your hand in the direction you want them to go and apply some pressure behind them with the lunge whip. To increase speed, you're going to apply some pressure behind the drive line, and to decrease speed, you're going to apply some pressure in front of the drive line. So Rebel already knows how to target, but basically I'm going to have her follow this target in a circle around me, and then I'm going to ask her to stop, touch the target, and I'm going to reinforce. So what this is going to do is, when you are asking your horse to go in the direction that they're not too comfortable in, this is going to start showing them that there is nothing to be afraid of, that when they go that direction, there's a lot of fun, pleasurable stimuli, and overall it's just not a bad experience. You're going to begin by asking the horse to take a step or two towards that target, and once they go and touch that target, then you're going to reinforce that behavior. Eventually, you're going to increase the criteria and ask that horse to follow the target 3 steps and 4 steps and 5 steps, eventually getting an entire circle. In the next step, we are going to start integrating negative reinforcement. We're going to start applying that pressure from behind, pointing in the direction we want them to go, and eventually we're going to slowly fade away from relying heavily on the reinforcers. You'll see here that I'm holding that target in front of her. I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure behind, and the second she gives me a step, I'm going to reinforce. Again, I'm going to increase the criteria and have her take more steps, eventually going a full circle around me. Here we are again. I'm applying that pressure from behind. I'm holding that target out in front of her, and I'm going to have her walk in that circle around me. She's doing really, really well, and so then I'm going to ask her to stop, back up in front of her, and then I'm going to reinforce because she's doing a wonderful job. So let's say your horse is trying to pull through the lead. You'll see here Rebel is trying to graze, which isn't really an equivalent, but I'm applying some pressure with that lead rope and applying some pressure behind her. If your horse is bolting, you don't necessarily want to apply the pressure from behind. Okay, so now your horse is bolting. What do you do? So what you're going to do is you're going to back up, you're going to apply some pressure on that lead rope and try and pull the horse directly into you. You're going to take a moment, then you're going to try and send the horse off again and get them to go in that circle around you, but even calmer. Now, if they speed up again and they start bolting, do the exact same thing. Ask them to stop and then ask them to start again. But always make sure that you're trying to encourage them forward with the least amount of pressure possible and increase if needed. So back to the training, we're applying pressure with the lead rope behind them and having them follow the target. We're going to have them go in a few circles around us before we stop and reinforce. Once your horse has grown more comfortable moving in that direction, you can continue to fade out the reinforcers and just go back to applying pressure from behind and pointing with the lead.
To damned if I do. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, please reach out. I would be more than happy to try and break things down further, answer any other questions you may have, and see what I can do to help. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this YouTube video. Before we close off, I'd like to give you a friendly reminder that all of the content you see is funded by myself. I like to be able to provide you guys with educational content, answer your training questions, and show you all kind of ways of handling horses because I feel it is incredibly beneficial to both horses and humans. I like to offer this at absolutely no cost to you guys because the world is so expensive right now, and I truly just want to help you and your horse succeed while advocating for kinder, more humane methods within the industry. However, if you would like to help support the sanctuary horses or all of the materials and things needed to create and edit this content, I have a list of ways that you can donate. There's absolutely no obligation at all. I am not a registered nonprofit. I am an LLC who is just trying to make a living, educate others, and make a better world for the horses we all love so much. So don't forget to hit the red subscribe button. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, our podcast, and the many other things that we have to offer you guys. Stay strong, stay true, stay wild, and I'll see y'all next time.